We're here today with Muskegon head coach Shane Fairfield, and we're going to talk a little bit of football. First, Shane, congratulations on week number 1 last week, a great win over Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Can you just comment on that season opening victory?
Yeah, you know, it's always good to be 1-0, and we always talk about it's better to win ugly than lose pretty. It's the first thing my daughter asked when I got home was, well, was it pretty or ugly, you know? And it's pretty ugly to win, but with some of the mistakes we made. You know, I was very happy that we got tested right away. In a game like that, you're playing a quality opponent, a very good opponent, and then to not play at your best, and to be week 1 and to still overcome, play a tough, low-scoring game, and you put the pressure on your defense that early in the season. Said a lot about our defensive character, and I hope that will continue to grow, and we can only get better from that point. Offensively, we need to make sure that we tie up some little loose things here with some perimeter blocking and better decision making with the football. But for the most part, you know, we're close to 400 yards of offense on a defense last year that gave up 125 points, I believe it was, somewhere in that area, in 14 games. So I mean, it's a very stingy defense. They're a very good program, and they're very well coached. And I think for our kids to achieve that hurdle week 1 is a compliment. But yet we still understand that we have a lot of work to go.
The schedule doesn't get any easier. Week 2, you're going to take a trip down to Sylvania, Southview in Ohio. Just share with our readers some insights about Southview and what they're all about.
They're a physical, athletic team. They kind of remind me. They have some athletes, and they have the tough linemen up front. So they have the skill where they need it to be, and they have the tough linemen up front where they're blue collar and hard nose at times. Defensively, they're kind of just get after you. They want to be aggressive. They have a lot of kids. They have a tradition there where they won a state title recently. They've been to the playoffs. They've moved up a division. They're kind of in the same boat we are, where we're a Division II team, but you want to play at the best, so they schedule Division I, and then they've even upped themselves to go into a Division I bracket in Toledo or in Ohio for the state playoffs. So, you know, their quarterback is big. He's 213 pounds or so, 6'1". He slings it around. He's a 2-year starter. And then they have the 6'3" and the 6'4" receivers. One's a Pickney kid, I believe it is, number 81, and the number 5 are 6'4", 6'3" kids that they want to throw the ball to. So they'll try to pitch and catch it, which is what we call is just like he'll get the snap and then just turn and throw. So it's hard sometimes to get pressure on those 2-step, 3-step guys. So we have to do some things with disguising the edges to make it look like we're going to play off a little bit, but then maybe press to disrupt that, so make him pull the ball back down and maybe get a pressure or 2 on him.
Okay. Is that game at Perrysville Middle School?
It's Perrysburg, I believe, or something like that. Perrysburg Middle School. There's a turf facility. They say there's no way that it will fill up as far as sellout. I guess it's a phenomenal facility down there, and it's about 35 minutes further south of where Sylvania is.
Okay, all right. Long bus trip, are you concerned about that?
No. Once again, I'm glad that everything is kind of happening to us up front. You know, getting this out of the way. You know, 2 years ago we had that long bus trip. We went to Dakota. We ended up losing there by 3 when they kicked 4 field goals. So, you know, we always emphasize to our kids, where do you want to end up playing? Well, you got to play in Detroit. You want to play in Ford Field, and that's a long trip. You know, you got to prepare for those moments. You know what I mean? We always talk about the only things that we can control is how we play. You can't control the playing facility. You can't control the crowd. You can't control the officials. You can't control the weather. You can, if it's hot or it's cold, and then we can't control. This is where we got to go play. And if you want to win Game 9 or Game 14 in Ford Field, well, it's clear across the other side of the state. So let's travel. Let's get our travel legs on us. Let's see how we feel. You know, we'll plan a stop. We'll have a walkthrough. We'll eat at the normal time. We'll keep all those things the same and consistent. But as far as, you know, I like our kids playing tough competition, having to play on the road early in the season to see how we adapt to it, than to have it kind of easy on the first part of the season, and then what happens is you get to a tough part, and all of a sudden you're scrambling trying to put it together before the playoffs. You know what I mean? So we're happy that we have to be challenged up front with our first 4 games. We're happy that we have to travel. We're happy we play a defending state champion, so that way we can say, okay, we've got 5 more weeks now to get it together and put ourselves back in that situation maybe to get ready for the next 5 games.
Okay, so you're leaving early Friday morning then?
Oh, we're going to leave at 12.
Okay.
We're going to leave at 12. We'll drive for 3 hours. We'll stop because we usually eat team meal at 3. So there's going to be a car traveling in front of us, and they will find a spot for us about how many minutes outside of Toledo we want to be. They'll call us on the bus and say, okay, here's your exit, get off here, and then we'll get the kids off the bus, we'll eat, we'll have a walkthrough, special teams, little practice, get back on the bus, head down the rest of the way, get there at 5, and then go through our normal pregame.
Okay. Well, very good. Thanks, Shane. Best of luck to the Big Reds this week, and go get number 2.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it, and all you guys do for the Big Reds, so thank you very much.